Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love, and this week I have an email from a woman who says, I've been talking to a guy for 2 months. At first he seemed very sweet and caring and had all the time in the world for me. This led me to be comfortable to open up emotionally and physically to him. Now I feel he couldn't care less about me, and I feel used and hurt. I want to end things with him by sending him a letter of how I feel. What should I say to make him realize that what he did was wrong without coming off as too attached? So this made me chuckle, this last line about sending the letter, because this used to be me. In my late teens, early 20s, I would write the long letters expressing how I feel and how wrong they were and blah, blah, blah. And then I stopped with the letters, and then I would just give them a speech over the phone. And I'd have it all written out, and I'd practice it, and I'd make sure I said it so that it didn't sound like I was reading it, and I was casual. And then finally, one time I was trying to get together with this guy, and he didn't call when he was supposed to, and so I decided I didn't want to see him or talk to him anymore. And so I told a friend of mine this, a male friend, and I said, well, I'm not going to talk to him anymore, and I'm going to tell him that. And my friend said, well, why do you need to make an announcement? If you're not going to talk to him anymore, then just don't talk to him anymore. And I thought, you know what? He's right. Because why am I talking to him to tell him that I'm not going to talk to him anymore? And usually when someone wants to write a letter or give them a speech like I did or tell them I'm not going to talk to you anymore, it's because they want the other person to say, no, please, I'm sorry, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. But that rarely happens, because just the very fact that you're taking the time to write the letter or to give the speech, you're putting so much energy into it that it's showing that you really are attached and you really do care. And they know you care, the fact that you're doing that. And so they're not worried that you're going to go anywhere. So it's just funny that she asks, how can I write a letter and not make it seem as if I'm coming off as too attached? Well, the minute you write a letter, you're coming off as too attached. The minute you're putting a lot of energy into something, especially for a guy you've known for 2 months, it's not like this was a 20-year marriage and now it's over and it's like, okay, I'll write a letter. I don't even think that would warrant a letter at any point. So you can't do that. And the best thing you can do is just, the opposite of love or like, I don't know if it's love at this point, is just boredom. Because if you're really done with someone, if you're really just not interested anymore, you're bored. You don't care. You're not even going to take the time to write a letter or anything. It's just, you're just going to go on with your life and forget they even exist. And he knows that what he did was wrong in a sense, in that he knows that to give you a lot of attention in the beginning and then to slowly withdraw, that most women are not going to like that. But at the same time, his thinking is that, well, I'm really not that interested and I don't want to announce it, because girls, they tend to get emotional if you say something about it. So he's trying to do the slow fade. And so from his point of view, it's just easier to do it this way rather than to make an announcement about it. Women always want an announcement. There's this meme on Instagram. It says something like, women are like the police. Even if they have all the evidence, they still want the confession. So women always want to talk, and men, they just prefer to kind of slowly go away. And so it's not up to you to teach him a lesson or to say, well, this was wrong or this was right. He knows that in one sense it was wrong. So you're not telling him anything he doesn't know. And when this happens, then just accept that, it's not a match, it's not working, and you have to let go. You can't try to fit a square peg into a round hole. That's the problem most people run into. I mean, don't you want to be with someone who's excited to be with you, who's crazy to be with you, rather than someone who's slowly fading away? You have to have enough self-esteem and self-respect to say, okay, if someone's slowly fading away, or even if they just end it and break up with you, there's no point in holding on, because you want to be with someone who will do anything to be with you, not someone who's just going to casually go off. Okay, so if anyone has any questions or comments, please place them below. Otherwise, you can contact me at my website, where I do also offer private coaching if you have a similar situation or any other type of situation. And the website is theartoflove.net. And in the meantime, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.